Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yami and this is my home, literally and figuratively. And this channel, we talk a lot about fitness and wellness and nutrition and yoga and just living your best life every single day. So if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for tuning in yet again. Today's video is just gonna be me sitting here talking to you guys because I've realized that this is a very important topic after vacation. A lot of my clients always ask me how to get back on track after they get back from vacation. Usually when you're on vacation, you don't really think about what you're eating. You just like kind of let it all go. You want to relax, eat whatever you want, and that's great. You know, I believe in balance, and that sometimes is balance. A lot of us fitness people and people that care about their bodies and what they're doing are always so on point with everything, and sometimes you just need a break. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying to completely go crazy, but when you're on vacation, it is really nice to just kind of sit back, relax, have a few drinks, have a couple more desserts, just because you can, you know? Life is way too short not to have that piece of cake. Again, I'm not saying to go extremely crazy, but I'm also saying don't count everything you eat if you count macros. So like this title suggests, we're gonna talk about how to get back on track after vacation or after a cheat meal or after a holiday. A lot of people kind of, I don't wanna say mess up, but they overthink it and they stress, which causes you to hold on to whatever you're eating. First and foremost, before we get started on my tips, I wanna just tell you right now that whatever weight you gained on vacation, regardless of how much or what was the time length, you did not gain fat. That's just what you're holding on to, maybe excess water, some salt, maybe you didn't get enough sleep, maybe you flew in. For example, I flew in on Thursday night. Friday morning, I was genuinely curious, so I weighed myself, and I didn't freak out because I know from experience that, again, like I said, it's just me holding on to water. I had a really late meal on Wednesday night when we got home, and then I woke up early on Thursday. I wasn't sleeping very well. You know, I fly, and when I fly, I get really swollen. So I know that my body was just holding extra water and salt and etc. And now on Sunday, 4 days later, I'm back to what I weighed before Mexico. So like I said, these are just gonna be my top tips on how to get back on track after vacation. I know that people usually like to give the best tip last, but I need to give this to you first. This is the most important tip anyone can give you when you want to get back on track after vacation. Number one, do not beat yourself up. Please, 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 for the love of God, all I ask is do not beat yourself up over the weight gain. So I could say I gained 8 pounds in 6 days, right? But that's not gonna help anybody. That's only gonna make matters worse. If you just accept it and kind of just let it go, believe me, you'll come right back down to what you weighed before. You don't need to get back from vacation and work off everything you ate. You don't have to go do cardio for 3 hours because you need to like make up for what you did. You didn't do anything wrong. You don't need to mentally abuse yourself with what you did or what you could have done differently to not gain weight. You went out, had a great time, and you were just making memories, enjoying good food with good people. So please, 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 whatever you do, do not beat yourself up for it. My next biggest tip is to drink your water. I got back, I weighed this, and I was like, okay, this is 28 ounces. How many of these do I need to drink to hit a gallon? If you normally drink a gallon, up the water so you can help flush everything out. I've just done a gallon ever since, and I've never peed so much in my life, but that's because I wasn't drinking that much water on vacation. I was drinking some alcohol, or maybe just not even drinking at all. So when you get back from vacation, one thing you need to do is just up your water as much as possible. Like I said, if you drink a gallon, maybe up it up a little bit more just to help flush everything out. And we'll get into this in a little bit, but maybe reduce your alcohol consumption, because if you've been on vacation drinking all that alcohol, you wanna kind of stop that and go back to normal activities, unless normal activities is drinking alcohol, but you wanna just reduce that and increase the water. My next tip is to kind of stop eating vacation style and eat more like you would on a regular basis. For me, I normally eat whole, unprocessed foods, so like the white rice, the chicken, veggies, sweet potatoes, things of that nature. Whereas on vacation, I was eating a lot of sweets. Taz and I actually did the math on what my breakfast was, and it was usually by itself 2,000 calories. So you know your girl was eating a whole lot of food, a whole lot of carbs, and I was not mad about it. So when I got back, I just went back to how I normally eat. And like I said, it's only been 4 days and I'm right back down to what my weight was before Mexico. So my best advice to you in terms of food is just go back to what you were doing. Don't starve yourself. Don't eat just lettuce, rabbit food to try to make up for what you did. There's no need to do that. Just go back to your regular plan. I know these tips kind of sound like, oh, really? Those are the tips? Yeah, these are the tips. Do not go crazy. Please don't go into like a no carb diet or a no fat diet just to get back into your body before vacation, because that's not gonna work. Please don't do that. You can just go right back to what you were doing and it'll be totally fine. Like honestly, I could have made this video 30 seconds long and just said, just do what you were doing before vacation. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of more depth, so that's why it's a little bit longer. Now, next tip, your workouts. Now again, I don't want you to do 2, 3, 4 hours of cardio just to get back into your body before your vacation, because that's not gonna help anybody. You don't need to slave yourself over cardio. Just start to work out the way you were working out before vacation. Now, if you wanna add like 15 minutes of cardio here, 15 minutes of cardio there to get the water moving and just flushing everything out, that's totally cool. I just don't want you to be on the stairs for 2 hours and the elliptical for 2 hours and then the treadmill for 2 hours. It's just not, there's no point in doing that. Now, something I love to do, because like I mentioned earlier in the video, I swell up. My body holds it to a lot and I feel it. I feel tight. And you know, when you can't make fists because you just feel so swollen, I like to sit in the steam room or the sauna. I prefer the steam room just because it like invigorates me with the menthol and all that. That is something you can do. But again, please don't do like 2 hours of that. I normally sit in the steam room after my workouts anyway, so it's what I would do normally. I usually stay in the steam room for about 10 minutes, and that's it. So that's something that you could do. I just want to emphasize that I don't want you doing cardio for endless amounts of time because it's not necessary. Just go back to your workout routine pre-vacation. And then last, but certainly not least, and this might be a controversial one, a lot of my clients struggle with weighing themselves daily. If you've been around for a little bit, you'll know that I actually prefer to weigh myself daily, because once you see that number fluctuate so many times every single day, it doesn't consistently stay down, it helps me accept the fact that weight is not linear. Weight loss is not linear, weight gain is not linear, weight in general is not linear. So if you struggle with weighing yourself and that really does mentally affect you, then just stay off the scale. There's no need to see how much you gained. Like for me, like I mentioned earlier, I was genuinely curious and I wanted to kind of make a point to you guys. I gained, and then 4 days later from vacation, I'm back down to my regular weight. So like I mentioned, if you do struggle with weighing yourself and if that number really does affect you, then just don't do it. You probably already know that you gained weight by how you feel, how your clothes fit, so there's just no need in seeing that number if it does affect you. Now, if you are like me and you're curious to see how much you gained and see how long it takes you to get back, that's cool too. Weigh yourself. I just feel like if we look at that number every single day and we see that it goes up a couple pounds a day and then it goes back down, then it goes back up, then it kind of doesn't do anything for me anymore. I can't put any weight on that number. That's actually funny. I can't hold any weight on that number because it doesn't really mean anything in terms of how I feel. But again, if it does affect you, there's no need, absolutely no need to get on that scale, because there's just no need, know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's it. Those are my 5 tips on how to get back on track after vacation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions on any of this, please ask me below. But again, guys, please don't starve yourself. Don't do endless hours of cardio just to get back into what you looked like before vacation, because it doesn't matter. Take your time, ease back into your routine, and you'll be back in no time. I promise you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah!